Thanks for joining us for another edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani Saint-Jean. In the headlines, contract signed for renovation works for the establishment of the Center of Excellence and Innovation. President of the CCJ describes the court as modern and high-tech, and sanitation and beautification to be top priority for the Mahaut Jimmit Tarreau Village Council. Details of these headline stories and others after this.
DOWASCO recognizes that clean water is vital to healthy living. Therefore, it spares no effort in providing a clean, safe, and reliable system. Help keep our rivers safe and clean. Do not cut trees along the river banks, and do not pollute with garbage, human or animal feces, and chemicals. Think water, think life.
Welcome back. The Dominica Labour Party administration continues to manifest its commitment to developing the nation's human resource, this time as it prepares to open the much-anticipated Center of Excellence and Innovation. The Center of Excellence and Innovation is a collaboration between Dominica and the Republic of India. On Monday, a $292,000 contract was signed for the renovation and refurbishment of an old wing at the Dominica State College, where the center will be housed. The contract was signed between the Government of Dominica, represented by Honorable Minister for Information, Science, Telecommunications and Technology, Honorable Kelvin Daru, and contractor Brian Guy of Fortify Construction. On October 14, 2011, Dominica's government and the Republic of India signed a Memorandum of Understanding for cooperation in the field of information technology applications. For Honorable Daru, who penned the agreement in 2011, Monday's ceremony was a momentous occasion.
This flagship project was high on my ministry's agenda, and when I assumed office in early of December 2014, together with my staff, we were able to finalize all the necessary works to enable the work contract to be signed today. And I must say that this was the first item on the agenda for my staff, because I felt it necessary that we had to institute this Center of Excellence. The signing of this contract today between the Government of Dominica and Mr. Brian Guy of Fortify Construction signifies the beginning of what will be a long-lasting and much admired technological feat in the history of Dominica.
According to the Honorable Minister, there are 8 objectives the center is geared towards achieving.
1. To generate ICT knowledge and awareness among citizens of the latest technologies. 2. To generate direct and indirect employment through ICT. 3. To develop and produce world-class IT programs. 4. To offer short and long-term courses in a variety of ICT subject matters.
This also includes to train government officials in ICT, to upgrade the skills of the ICT faculty in all schools and the Dominica State College, to develop and expand e-learning initiatives, and to exchange experts. The Information Minister added that the awarding of the contract speaks volumes of government's goal to enhance the quality of life for Dominicans.
This ceremony signifies the importance, and it also recognizes the significance of the Government of Dominica's policy direction to provide greater access to technology throughout the country and ensure citizens are properly trained and equipped in the competent use and management of ICT tools. As clearly outlined in the Dominica Labour Party Manifesto of 2014, a Labour Party government will work collaboratively with the relevant private sector and friendly governments concerned to develop the infrastructure and skills so that the country arrives at the cutting edge of the information and communication technology revolution.
The Information Minister extended thanks to the Republic of India and in particular the Indian Commissioner who has contributed an additional 100 computers as well as printers and other devices. Renovation works for the establishment of the center will commence as soon as next week. The project is expected to be completed within a 4-week period. All this, the minister noted, is consistent with government's national ICT policy, which envisions a fully connected Dominica using broadband technology for the development and advancement of e-education, e-tourism, e-health, and many other similar services for nationals. President of the Caribbean Court of Justice, the Right Honorable Sir Dennis Byron, has described the regional court as a modern and high-tech institution. Sir Byron made the remark as he addressed the ceremony last Friday, marking Dominica's accession to the CCJ. The CCJ President says the court utilizes modern technology to allow easy access to Caribbean nationals.
It's a high-tech court. Cases in the CCJ can be heard online. Trials and case management conferences are conducted by video link. Official transcript of our proceedings is in the form of a video or audio record. And these transcripts are available on the court's website the same night of proceedings, providing transparency and access to the public at large. Anyone can access these records by visiting the court's website.
Over 66,000 users have visited the CCJ's website within the last 3 years. Over 2,100 of those users originated from Dominica. Sanitation and beautification are top priority on the list of tasks for the new elected councillors of the Mahaut, Jimmit, Tarreau Village Council. The newly elected chairperson, Lorna John Charles Dalson, says as part of the vision of the council, the councillors will need the help of the villagers to enhance the community.
The first item on our agenda is a major cleanup, sanitation and beautification program. Next will be fundraising, and this will be a continuous exercise. Dealing with the cemetery, which is very critical. Repairs to the community center. We would also like to have meetings with the different groups of the community, such as the Girl Guides, Scouts, Sports, Rodney's Rock, and Festivals Committee, because only together can we work to do anything in this community. We are hoping also to be able to set up senior groups and adult programs because they have the knowledge. We need their support. We need to help us when we are failing. They need to tell us what Mahaut was all about. Repair to the public conveniences in Mahaut. Setting up of resource centers and playing fields in Jimmit and Tarreau. To continue building footpaths in Mahaut, Tarreau, and Picati, and also to the entrance of the council office. Repairing the tables at the market and reclaiming the market for its original use.
The council will also seek to deal with stray animals in the communities. The Honorable Minister for Social Services, Family and Gender Affairs, Catherine Daniel, says her ministry will play its part in giving assistance where it is needed. She was paying specific attention to the sanitation project to be undertaken by the council.
I understand that due to the large size of the community and the volume of work involved, additional staff is required at the council for sanitation management. I noted that an additional sanitary laborer may be required since one individual cannot handle the large volume of work that exists in the communities of Mahaut, Jimmit, and Tarreau.
In its new term in office, the Dominica Labour Party has promised to improve sanitation across the island through its housing program as outlined in the 2014 Labour Party manifesto. The 8 councillors are Lorna John Charles Dalson, Marlon Williams, Edincourt Warrington, Marcus Timothy, James Esprit, Delphine Birmingham, Janelle Angol Alexander, and Wynant Esprit. 7 of the 8 councillors took their oaths on Monday at the 10th inaugural meeting of the council in Mahaut. Between 2013 and 2014, the Mahaut Jimmit Tarreau Village Council has spent over $1 million on projects that seek to improve the communities that it serves. These projects include the rehabilitation of roads, construction of drains, among others. Honorable Minister for Social Services, Family and Gender Affairs has said that central government, with the help of the Honorable Parliamentary Representative Rayburn Blackmore, has played an integral part in seeing those projects come to fruition. She outlined some of the projects undertaken by the council during that time.
Jimmit, for example, they had road improvements at a cost of $171,751, which was received in 2015. Mount Georgian project, $92,975.69, received in 2014. One project is still ongoing. Check Hall, $70,000, received in 2014. There were other projects like step, drain, rails, again Mount Georgian, and Mr. Blackmore, as though Mount Georgian comes up often, but I can see you're doing a lot of work there. $68,000, $183.50 received in 2014. Mr. Blackmore alluded to the housing program, and a lot of housing assistance was given in 2013. $56,302, 2014, $249,566. Beneficiaries of this program, 45 families from the following communities. From Mahaut, there were 31, Massac 3, Canefield 7, Warner 3, and Lion Park 1.
Washroom facilities also form part of these improvements.
15 people from the following territories benefited in the washroom program. Tarreau, there were 6 people, Warner 3, Mahaut 4, Canefield 2, and in Canefield, 1 more will be constructed. There was assistance in the area of vegetation, 2013, $14,985. 2014, same vegetation, $33,284. An NEP program, the National Employment Program, in 2014, the constituency received $86,700 for the payment of persons working in that program. The Tarreau Public Convenience was also refurbished during the term at a cost of $38,272.
The Honorable Minister pledged her support to the council in their endeavors.
As the new minister with responsibility for local government, I am committed to working with you. The numerous outreach programs of my ministry will impact positively on communities in this term of office.
In more news, the Dominica National Accreditation Board, NAB, is sensitizing the public on illegitimate institutions offering quick degrees. The goal of the NAB is to conduct and advise on accreditation and recognition of post-secondary and tertiary level institution programs and awards, and to help in the development of standards and quality management as it relates to higher education in Dominica. Rock Bruno is the Executive Director at the NAB.
Every time you go on the internet, I'm sure you would see advertisements popping up saying that, you know, come do a course with us, it's stay at home, work and study at the same time, and, you know, generally trying to make life easy for the client. But there are some that speak about having a bachelor's degree in 6 months. I mean, that is impossible. And I think that many people are taken for a ride because it's an easy come, easy go, you know.
According to Bruno, at least 360 credits are required to graduate with a bachelor's degree, with every credit equaling to 15 hours of applied time. He explains the process.
So there is no way anybody could get a first degree in 6 months or a year or 2 years, except if you have done previous studies at the diploma level, the associate degree level. But if you move in from secondary school, which some people can do, right into college, right into university, you would have to do a minimum of 15 times 360, 15 free is 45, probably about 7,000 hours to get a bachelor's degree. And if you're doing a bachelor's degree which has to do lab work, you would have to do that, multiply that by 3. That would cost you somewhere in the region of 24,000.
The NAB wants the public to be on the alert and do sufficient research in order to avoid being duped.
What we are saying to people is, hey, check yourself. Do not allow yourself to be taken for a ride, because there is a bachelor's degree is equivalent to 360 degrees times 15 or times 45. And if you get a bachelor's degree without that number of credits, then it's null and void. It has no validity. Nobody's going to accept you anyway. And what would have happened, you would have been taken for a ride, you would have paid an exorbitant amount of money, and at the end of the day, you would have received a diploma mail.
The Honorable Minister for Telecommunications, Science and Information Technology, Tarreau, is pleased that Dominica's accession to the appellate jurisdiction of the Caribbean Court of Justice will lead to quicker processing time for cases. Honorable Tarreau was speaking on Focus on Government and Development last week.
One can recall the tedious process that would have taken place if someone here had to take a matter to the Privy Council. It was a long process, and now that we have a final appellate court within our jurisdiction, I believe, Mervyn, that it is important. I believe it will really ensure that within the Caribbean region, within the OECS, Dominica being the first country within the OECS to sign onto it, is a remarkable feat.
The Honorable Minister applauds the Prime Minister for what he considers a bold move in making Dominica a forerunner in the OECS when it comes to the CCJ.
I think this was a bold move by our Prime Minister, and he received the support of Cabinet at the time to ensure that Dominica could lead the OECS in signing on to the Caribbean Court of Justice.
The Commonwealth of Dominica officially acceded to the Caribbean Court of Justice on Friday the 6th of March 2015 at a ceremony held at 10 a.m. at the State House Conference Center. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, le gouvernement Dominique a passé législation pour taper moun chen bon standard qualité pour produits qui habitants etc. ka produire. Parole celle-là sorti de permanent secrétaire ministre agriculture Harold Gist.
On y une loi pour faire moun faire ça qui est nécessaire pour préserver la qualité. Parce que si il part au contre la loi, oui, pour un moun produit en pression qui gâte, on origine figini un problème. Vous comprenez? Il y a exporté au pays, pas de problème, parce que personne ne va aller personne ne va aller personne ne va aller dire rien. Comme ça, là, ça arrive l'autre pays en la market là. Ces gens là, ils ont plus, on voit que c'est quality conscious. Au cas d'après qu'il y a vivre pas. Ou bien ils n'ont pas gagné ou qu'ils vont jeter. Comme ça, ou qu'ils perdent l'argent. Mon n'a qu'à perdre partie de l'argent après ils font combien de temps qu'à investir un travail, regarder pour le monde pour travailler, on met l'argent en banque, ils font loan pour faire jardin, whatever. Au cas d'après qui ça c'est un gros perdant.
Gis dit ça même autant important pour santé monde.
Comme ça, nous avons essayé pour empêcher ces bagages ça la fait. Comme ça, pour nous la loi, pour contrôler, pour faire régulation sur différents produits. C'est très très important. Parce qu'il fait souvent ça, nous avons une bataille pour faire observer différentes qualités pour différents produits en Dominique.
Gouvernement Dominique ni policy bien clair, là il vient pour bon standard pour population là. En d'autres nouvelles, accreditation board Dominique Kakui à ce public là pour payer garde et puis institution qui a offert des affaires de green. Sinon, executive director Bruno, à dans cette institution là qui a fait offert de green qui pas ni valeur.
Nous tenons confiance là jeudi. Puis nous avons une information très très importante pour le public dominicain là. Et ça nous avons dit c'est pour prendre précaution et puis toutes ces qualités institutions y a pays sur internet aussi qui a bas parole quand dit moun sa vini chez eux pour taper formation yo. Mais il faut prendre garde, puis ce n'est pas chaque institution qui dit une qualité qui en réalité une qualité là. Donc nous avons dit, si Dominicien, si citoyen Dominicien, ni difficulté, ni problème, il n'y a pas sûr si institution ça c'est bien ou pas bien. Tout ce qu'il faut faire, c'est passer en bureau National Accreditation Board là. Là, nous avons toute information nécessaire pour empêcher pour ces boucs qui sont dans le monde là, pas information fausse et pour prendre l'argent pour rien. Voilà en général, ça nous est dit aussi.
Board la commande public là pour contacter l'office Ayo en Lacoudoué avant moun fait application pour étudier l'autre pays. Une autre nouvelle, ministère santé honorable Dr. Kenneth Tarreau a remercié l'autorité française pour venir nous avancer au rangement et puis ministre santé. Ministère Tarreau fait parole celle-là aux lignes de coopération aux affaires santé Dominique Katapé et puis la Guadeloupe. Une délégation pays sans latin en Dominique semaine passée pour formuler coopération sans la. Le ministère a fait parole que l'occasion santé a eu gardé. C'était une manière française à assister et puis situation affaires emergency. Et de aussi on letter agreement, ça c'est on let agreement. Bagay Dominicain qui tape opportunité pour visiter la Guadeloupe pour taper traitement. Honorable Tarreau aussi fait parole que la Guadeloupe d'accord pour assister Dominique et puis ça fait traitement pour Dr. Nous en Guadeloupe. Le ministère a dit visite là autant important et puis traitement pour Dr. Nous, ça a venu en l'air pendant l'hôpital neuf qui bâti. Le ministère Tarreau dit d'autres rangements qui viennent après la coopération salam et puis français. Le gouvernement Dominique sinon bon policier qui a fait assurer haute qualité santé par tout Dominicain. Et puis finalement, l'organisation gouvernement local d'Alca qui a assisté d'autres districts rendre l'argent grandi recevé. Parole celle-là sur le chairman Yolan John Jules. D'Alca recevé l'argent des organisations pour financer projets en Dominique.
Sauf place village pays là qui est couvert belle vie pour aller Bacatel, Petite Savane. Et bien nous avons mis assez sauf is qui est couvert là, la plaine, délices, pour mettre la rivière blanc, pour roundabout, pour casser roundabout. Et bien ça nous avons mis casser rouge qui est couvert en disant, vous savez, ces places là, Petite Soufrière, Good Hope, San Sauvé, casser rouge pour arriver North End. Et bien ça nous avons mis assez North East là, qui est couvert North End, pour descendre bon et Hampstead area. Parce que nous avons tout cet district là, Dominique, bien couvert. Et n'importe quel village comme cela qui a besoin de servir, qui ont un chainsaw, qui ont un générateur pour un moment. Ça m'a répondu. Et bien, il faut signer en papier pour comprendre que pour qui aille. Parce que là où le monde va, on peut chipper bien. Parce que nous voulons aussi un papier comme quoi vous chipé et vous servi, nous servi pour ça, nous ne pour servir. Et nous allons continuer à travailler pour faire Village Council pour Dominique.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non moins, c'est McPherson, c'est Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, a tip to help you stick to your budget.
Real men protect children, not harm them. Under the Convention of the Rights of a child is anyone under the age of 18. And it's sexual abuse if you ask to see or touch their private parts, touch them inappropriately, show them or force them to touch your private parts, have sex with them, show them pornographic material, or deliberately let them hear or see the act of sex. Real men don't abuse children, and they don't encourage others to do it either. Be a real man. For more information, please contact these agencies. This message brought to you by UNICEF and this station.
It's one thing to write up a budget. It's another thing to actually stick to your plans. In order to keep your financial life in check, here's one thing you can do to ensure that you keep to your budget. Use cash instead of cards and take out enough cash to last 1 week at a time. Make up your mind that the cash you have is all you get for things that you could live without each week. This is for things besides your planned budget items. It's much easier to turn down a $60 pair of shoes when it will take the last of your week's cash than it is when you just have to swipe a credit card. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kimani. Thank you for watching and do join us again tomorrow.